What's going on, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Wake Up with Purpose podcast. Today, we have a special guest, one of my favorite events, the 200, one of my favorite, but most least favorite events, the 400, Ryleigh Hearn, who runs track at Penn State University. I'm not going to say go, but I'm going to say go blue, go Michigan, baby. But with the times of 55 seconds in that 400 and 25 seconds in that 200, she sure knows how to move. She's moving and grooving around that track, baby. Someone who is very passionate about mental health and athletes, who's an aspiring coach in the future. Someone who not only walks the walk, but talks the talk so she can equal the greatest value to give to other people in this world. Welcome on to the episode, Ryleigh Hearn. How are we doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming on here and spending some time with me. I appreciate it. And so will our guests. I mean, not our guests, so will our audience, I should say.
Yes.
So, Ry, tell the people a little bit about yourself and why you chose track.
Well, actually, I've been running track since I was in first grade. My eldest brother was always running, and I would always join him at his practices when I was a little kid, running around with them. So my mom threw me in as soon as possible. So since then, it's been history.
When did you first know, like, this is something that I want to do in the future?
Sophomore year of high school, when my 4x1 team had the top time in the state for the whole year, and then we broke our school record and our area record.
Okay. What was that record?
47 low.
47 low. 1 second here. My Wi-Fi is acting up again. Says it's trying to reconnect. All right, I think it's connected. All right, we're good. 47 low. Okay. What events did you start out? Have you always been a sprinter?
Yes. So growing up, I mainly stuck with the 1 and the 2, then the 4x1, really. I didn't run the 400 till my junior year of high school.
Why? Because I know most coaches are like, everyone's going to run the 400 at one point in time. I started running the 400 in, I think, freshman year.
So it was actually my AAU coach who threw me in the 400. So I ran for Westchester Track Club over the summer. And the summer going into my junior year, he's like, you're going to train for the 400, and you're going to run that. And I ended up going to Junior Olympics for it, along with the 4x1 and the 200 at the time.
But yeah, you said you're going to school for education, right?
Yes, sir.
What is it about education that just has your heart? Because I know some people don't want to deal with the kids.
Yeah, so I'm doing secondary ed, so mainly focusing with high school. And my mom was a college professor, so I grew up going to her campus, grew up in the classroom. And then I always related coaching to teaching. I find it very similar, and I think the more I know how to teach, the easier I'll be able to coach.
Yeah, that's very true. That's one thing that I've noticed is if you can reach the kids in a way that they can understand and that's relatable, especially being someone, closer to their age, and someone that they see that you care about them, not just you're here, I'm just here because I'm getting a paycheck for it. No, I actually care about you. I actually want to invest into your life, because coaches are truly the people who, pour the most into us outside of our parents. Even if our parents don't pour into us, it's really a coach. I mean, I've had a few coaches in my day and age where those are the ones who have been a big testament to helping me get to where I am in my life, and the confidence that I have. Growing up, my parents weren't really necessarily involved with my sports career in a way of where they're going to invest into it. They're going to put me in camps and stuff like that. They were there supporting me and stuff like that and helping, but they wouldn't ever go out there and, necessarily spend time going on runs with me, right? Or
Yeah.
I didn't have the luxury of having an AAU track in Upper Michigan. Well, track's not such a big thing up there, and so unfortunately, I didn't have that growing up. But I have a lot of coaches who I can I can relate to, where it's like my coach, eighth grade coach Ely for basketball, or my basketball coach in college, or as my cross country and track coach in high school. The ones who really poured into me, who weren't my teachers in school, but the ones who took that extra time out of their day and out of their life to pour into me. And so I really commend you for that. And it's very admirable that you want to give back to this next generation, because we do need leaders out there like you. We do need people out there who will pour into them and who will see them and truly meet them where they're at. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm a firm believer in God, and I know your faith is something big, important to you. Is like, as Christians, God expects some things out of us, but he doesn't always expect us to be the person we're going to be in 20 years to who we are now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I want to ask you this question. Why do you have the faith that you have?
So when I was younger, I went to Catholic school up until 7th grade. And then I switched out. I won't lie. Got a little over, like, we would go to church all the time. And in that weird middle school age, I was like over it. I didn't really want to go. Then in high school is when I hurt my hamstring for the first time. And it was my first, like, big injury.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister was still in Catholic school at the time, so she was still going to church, doing everything. So she actually worked with me, pulling me back in to getting back into my faith and helping me use that to get through that injury. So I worked through that whole summer going into my senior year. And then my senior year of high school, I suffered a lot of, like, anxiety and, like, really high nerves when it came to running, watching track, anything. Like, I would have panic attacks right before my races, and all I could do is pray. That's all I could do. And just have God help me just calm myself and remind me why I do what I do, who I do it for, and push myself through.
Mm-hmm. I love that. If you could offer any advice to people from your story and, like, your go through and the times where you weren't really at the top of your game mentally, right? What would you advise them?
Don't be afraid to reach out for help. I'm not one to reach out for help ever, because in 5th grade my parents split, so I was very used to just doing things on my own, getting things done on my own. I wasn't one to reach out for help on anything. But in that time of need, I finally got the courage to realize that reaching out for help doesn't make you weak. You can do it. You can still be strong when you need help.
What was the last part?
You can still be strong when you need help.
You can still be strong when you need help. It takes a lot of courage to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of bravery and vulnerability. I think that's one thing that us as humans, we have, but we don't really fully embrace, is our vulnerability. Telling, like what you're doing right now, telling your story, telling the time where some people would be like, that's embarrassing that I went through that. I don't want to tell about a weak time in my life or a low point in my life or my journey. But that's, as human beings, many people are not going to relate to you and your athletic ability to be able to go D1. But a lot of people are going to be able to relate to you about having a low time in their life, being emotionally unstable, being mentally unstable, having the time where, like, I need someone right now and I have to reach out to someone, having anxiety. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is about in life. That's what our stories are about, is just being able to help each other along in life and be able to reach down, right? What I was saying, meet them where they're at, because we've been there. Many times we've been there. We've been able to pick ourselves back up with the help of God and with the help of other people. And if it wasn't for other people, we wouldn't have be where we're at right now. And so I I respect that, and I'm very very proud of you for that because I know it's not easy to be able to go through that stuff. I know there's times where you just like can't I can't anymore, and it does get dark, but there's light. Yeah, there's always light somewhere, and truthfully, the light is inside of us.
It is.
We just have to spark it. It can go dim at times, but we just gotta make sure that the light never goes out. I'm a firm believer, and I don't really necessarily believe in the saying "there's light at the end of the tunnel" because, truthfully, like
Hmm.
God's given us all light, and what we got to do is we have to embrace that light, and we have to shine that light to the best of our ability. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So we're gonna pivot here real quick, right? Talk about your go through and things, why you want the future endeavors, and um, where do you want to be in 5 years from now, though?
5 years from now, I'm hoping to be the sprint coach at another university.
Yeah.
I think that like when I came into college, like all throughout high school, I was like, I want to do sports management. I want to stay involved in sports. And then my freshman year, I was like, I don't know if I love this so much. So I
Mhm.
switched my major to journalism, and I was like, I don't really love this either. And I was talking to my coach here, Coach Rizzo, and I was like, all I want to do is what you do. Like, that's
Mhm.
all I want to do. All I want to do is stay involved with track, stay involved with, like, helping my teammates. Like, I just want to coach. I want to be that role model for people.
Yeah. Any universities that you have in mind? Any bucket list universities?
Somewhere warm.
So not out
Love
east.
State College, but it gets a little chilly up here.
Yeah, I feel that. So not Minnesota, not Wisconsin, not the U of Michigan. Maybe Texas.
Texas would be so much fun. But anywhere would be a blessing to go, even if it's
Absolutely.
cold.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you have any coaches you look up to right now?
I look very highly up to my coach who I had in elementary school. He is
Hmm.
still a huge part of my life, like huge part of my family. He has been through my journey from first grade up until now. Like he has always been there for me. My high school coach, especially, because he's the one who made all of this reality for me and helped me realize that I really could compete at the collegiate level. And he helped me get there. And then obviously my coach now, Rizzo, who's a little ball of energy, who really teaches me how you can have like you can be fun and uplifting to your athletes, but also be hard and tough on them when you need to be.
Hmm. What's the biggest thing a coach has instilled in your life?
The relationship and bond that they build with you.
Yeah.
Like when they truly care about who you are as a person and not just what you're putting out on the track.
Mm, mm. Relationship over athlete.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. No, that's so big. That is so big because you see, especially in this day and age right now, where you're obviously in college, you obviously know about the NIL industry. You obviously know that some sports you're getting paid a bag to go play a position, and
Hmm.
unfortunately, our sport isn't quite that way.
Sadly not.
Unfortunately, but now it's more of a culture changer where you're going for the money and not the coach or not the program
Yeah.
and not the culture. That's why some of these programs, like, I don't know, you look at the Alabamas right now. When Nick Saban was there, it was really a true culture. You knew what was going to be happening in that program. And now
Hmm.
it's like, all right, everyone's just getting the money. They want to come just for the fame of it, just because Oh, and then the transfer portal as well. Everyone's transferring every other year,
Yeah.
and every other semester. They didn't give me this. They didn't give me this NIL money like they said. I'm leaving. Like, it's sad, and so
But they don't
that's
realize
such
it's
a
deeper
that
than
is
that.
such a big thing. Is like a relationship over athlete. You gotta.
Yeah. Like for me, I was committed to St. Joseph's in Philadelphia before Penn State. And I was basically almost on a full ride there. And I gave that up because of the relationship that I could see having with my coach here.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see myself progressing more here with that bond, that relationship, versus getting more money and just staying where I was at.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever look back and regret that decision?
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
Like, maybe in a few years when I'm paying school off, but I'd rather have a good mental state than worry about money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what Cam's for, right? Shout out Cam. But yeah, no, that's good. I mean, that's maturity right there. That's growth. That's being able to see the right things in life. That's being able to understand that money's always going to be out there. Money's not going anywhere, especially in
Yeah.
this day and age. Money just can be found really doing whatever, unless you're running
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, unless you're running track, but it's got to be for a different country, not USA, because USA doesn't pay because we're too good. We're too goated. Like, it's hard.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunate. I mean, I was looking at the payouts for last year's Olympics. Oh man, that made me want to like enter and go get my citizenship in like a country I didn't even know existed.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, it's crazy. And then I was actually looking at the World Athletics 100 meter times right now.
Mm-hmm.
For like the entries, you got like 10 sixes, the top of the top, and then you got some 12 fours out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, you pro, and you're in. I'm like 12-4. Like, granted, some of these countries don't necessarily have the resources or the athletes or the competition, but man, if they made it and they locked in and they went to the Olympics and got that, they're getting paid so much money, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's crazy to compare.
It is. It's which is like, how come we ended up getting placed here in America running track and not somewhere else running track?
Right.
Like, now and then having to file for different citizenship somewhere else, or
Yeah.
however that works. I don't know, but yeah. So what kind of goals do you have for this upcoming season?
So my main goal is to stay healthy.
Stay healthy, amen. Amen.
That's the main goal. But my coach and I are working since last year was supposed to be like my get done year. It was going to be like my big PR year. Moving all of that to this year because of the stress fracture I had last year. So the big goal is to break the 55 barrier, obviously,
Mhm.
and very hopefully the 54 barrier as well.
Mm.
We're going to try and make a big jump.
Speak into existence, girl. It's there. It's yours.
We're getting that down.
Do you smell that? I smell like a 53-2. Yeah, 53-2? Like a 23-4?
Yes, sir.
So it smells pretty good if you're asking. Ooh.
This is the year.
Making my stomach growl. Honestly, I'm hungry for you. Honestly, I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. Because there's something about the strength of God and a hardworking woman who's determined to make something happen. And when you get something taken away from you that you love so much, oh, that's a dangerous person to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
It's
gonna be a good year.
It is gonna be a good year. I'm excited for you. I'm looking forward to seeing what you go out there and do. What are you looking forward to
Thank
more,
you.
indoor or outdoor?
Actually, I really love indoor more than outdoor. I love the indoor 400 with the cut and being right up against people. But I'm also really excited for the 4x4 outdoor because I think we could go pretty far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you run on mainly bank tracks, right? Indoor?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
There's no bank tracks in Minnesota. I've run on one bank track in my life.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, so the time's a little slower, but yeah, I remember the first time I ran on a bank track. It was at the track in like Chicago, kind of
Mm-hmm.
newer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a nice one. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, like I didn't attack it the way I should have because it's my first time. I'm like, all right, I'm not trying to be
Yeah, it's a
falling
little,
on the curve on those blocks. I'm like,
right.
all right,
It's so funky.
yeah, let me just get out safe and not explosive. But yeah, no, that's good. And the thing about indoor, people don't really understand is like the climate. It doesn't change. You get the same weather you the whole
It's it's
four
great.
5 months.
No
But
wind, no cold, no rain.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's just a shin splint some people got to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, as a 400 runner, tell people your race strategy.
So, actually, I'm looking into changing my race strategy right now. So, in high school and freshman year of high school or college, my race strategy was to get out hard for the first 17 to 20 steps and float on that back stretch. Not slow down, just like maintain that speed and then pick it back up for the 200 and then just give it whatever I have left. But my teammate Zoe from last year, she started doing it where she would go all out for the first 300 and then just hold on for dear life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and correlate that this year and see which race model works best for me just to get that time down.
Mm-hmm. For the indoor and outdoor, or do you kind of have the same strap for both?
Mainly for outdoor.
Mainly for outdoor.
For
Yeah.
indoor, it's just get to the break first and then compete.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm more of a I'm more of a finisher. So like I don't really care how that first 200 usually goes. That's
See,
one
that's
thing.
how I am too.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing that we've been working on this past 6 months is like allowing like honing in on me just and also my acceleration is just not the best. Like, my first 30 is the weakest part of my race. Like I'm just not strong enough like that yet. But yeah, I know some people because for the indoor four, there's one move that you get to make, but you got to make it smart. Some people
Yeah.
make it before the curve. I mean, before the cut in, and some people don't care about the cut in and make it anytime throughout the race.
So for the longest time, I liked to be second to the break and then make my move coming up on that last like 50, 100 meters there.
Yeah.
But then I caught myself getting stuck behind someone I could easily just take the race from.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, I need to tell myself if I can take it. I just got to take it,
Mm-hmm.
ditch my strategy, and just go.
Yeah. 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 I think like the indoor four is when you look at it, it's 2 times around the track. Are you kidding me? But
Yeah.
but once you pass the first goal, it's like you really just kind of think of it as a 200. Like in my mind,
Yeah.
I don't really even think about anything else. I'm just all right. Well, let's think about when you're gonna make the kick or where like because
Exactly.
you know you're gonna die out. But when you die out, you're kind of on the curve anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like you
So,
don't want to get passed on the, and it takes more effort for someone to pass you on the curve.
mm-hmm.
That's so yeah. It's I always like to make it after the third curve. Yeah, so like the last, I'd say like, yeah,
Yeah.
1,500. Yeah, yeah. But man, track's an exciting sport. People don't understand it. They don't realize how they don't realize how much of an adrenaline rush it is, and how much you hate your life before that 400. You have any like pre-race playlists?
So actually, when I got into college, I stopped listening to music before my races.
Really?
So I don't warm up with anything now. I
Just
just focus
the
on
sound
what's
of
surrounding me, like the races going on, like get my head locked into the moment instead of something in my ears that I won't have when I'm running.
be present
Hmm.
where you are. Yeah, be where your feet are. Yeah, and that works.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
actually, I got that. I talked to a sports therapist in high school when I hurt my hamstring and was having really bad anxiety. And she told me to just imagine my feet on the ground and just
Hmm.
imagine me in the setting, in the place, and just take deep breaths. And now I do that during my warm up, and I find myself to be a lot more confident, a lot more calm, and ready to go in the race.
Visualization. Yep.
Hmm.
Big. It's a game changer. Honestly, it really is.
It really is, yeah.
I told that because I coached high school track for a couple of years over the past couple of years, and I'm like, all right, before like our state meet, I'm like, all right, we're gonna walk the race for your 400, and he's like, oh man, that really worked. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
because the second time around, when you already got a game plan, put you can put memory to a game plan instead of just a
Hmm.
thought game plan. It's different, like muscle memory and just thinking about it and seeing yourself doing it just works so many wonders. So
It does,
visualization
it
is big.
does.
It's big. Do you have like a go-to meal that you have before a race?
So my go-to is grilled chicken and pasta, but with my pasta, I grill up some shrimp to throw in there too. My teammates and I picked this up last year, and I've just stuck with it.
Mm. What about like your race day?
So in the morning, I usually try to have a breakfast sandwich,
Hmm.
and then as the day goes on, I try to stick to bananas, watermelon, grapes, go-go squeeze, like just light things till I'm done with my first race. And after my first race, then I'm a little more like, okay, I can get some more protein back in me and stuff like that.
Hmm. Hmm. All right, post race. Let the people hear that.
I'm getting a burger. I'm getting some and a milkshake, burger and a milkshake.
The worst food. The worst
Yeah,
food.
literally.
Hmm. Hmm. It's like, all right, everything's done. You can just feast now. Yeah.
Exactly. My little cheat day.
Hmm. If there was one tip you can offer to an aspiring athlete, what would it be?
Just go for it. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess yourself. Like you train really hard every day to get to where you are. So don't second guess yourself when the time comes to prove yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Ryleigh Hearn with the Wake Up with Purpose podcast. Thank you so much, Rye. We appreciate you. We can't wait to see what you go out there and do this year. We know that God is right there with you, strengthening you, getting you through the tough practices, training sessions, the races, and He's gonna keep that body healthy, and He's gonna make something happen. You're not gonna surprise yourself because you know what God can do and the way He works. So
It's all in
thank
his
you.
hands.
All in His hands. Amen. Where can people find you? How can they support you?
Through my Instagram, it's just my first and last name, Ryleigh Hearn. TikTok, anything, like DM me, whatever.
Ryleigh Hearn, spelled Ryleigh, not Riley.
Yes.
It's a little different,
My little
but
funky spelling.
It'll be attached in the description below. But we look forward to, like I said, just watching you go out there and use your God given gift and enjoy and have fun with it. And yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. Keep up the
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. Well, it's been the Wake Up with Purpose podcast with Ryleigh Hearn of Penn State University Track and Field. We will see you guys later.